Hello everyone, this is Bobby Cooper. I'm out of the Springerville area right now, but I'll be back in a while. I want to show you the desktop on my laptop. This is actual Linux here. It is a modified version of Q4OS Linux. Q4OS Linux is a fairly new Linux version based off Debian. Not based off Ubuntu like a lot of the Linux versions are. But this is based off the core Debian Linux Jessie version 8.2. I call it, the one I'm working on, I call it for our simple technology 4OS. It is based off Q4OS Linux. You can have it in either i386 32-bit Intel processor version or x64 for the 64-bit Intel or AMD processors. Been working this for a few months, decided to write programs and scripts that will allow easy use by anyone. Very, very detailed, easy to use Linux when I'm done. I have permission from the developers to provide these modifications, these scripts. Although I'd like to say is I'm not an official provider of Q4OS, so I don't do the actual support for the Q4OS program. I'm using MyLiveOS and MyLiveOS Live CD, and that's what I'll be supporting. Which you'll see in this video is this desktop with all the menus, and careful examination you'll see it looks more like a Windows computer. There's basically everything here you need to run the internet and be fully functional, except one thing: you can't print. This has always been an issue with Linux as the secondary operating system, because manufacturers for printers do not provide Linux support or Linux drivers. HP and Canon are providing drivers for their printers and some printers. So if you want to think about using any kind of Linux, you want to make sure that the printer that you're buying from HP or Canon supports Linux. Now, when I say Linux, there's different versions of Linux. This is Debian, so as long as this says Debian, that most likely it's going to work. But this is Debian Jessie. This is the stable version right now. There will be a newer version that comes out in the future. This is Debian Jessie 8.2. And it is awesome. It is actually faster than Windows. I am hooked. I have been working this for a few months now, and I have permission from the developers to make this the most user-friendly Linux in the world. And I'll tell you about my live CD though. And there's two downloads right here at myliveos.com/live/. You'll find install options. Under that you'll see it says live CD. You'll say i686, which is the same as the 386. I'll change that. And it says Intel 64-bit, but that's also for AMD. I got to update that too. That's alright, I'm still working at this. But these were the ISOs that you can burn to a CD-ROM, an actual CDR, 700 megabyte CDR. Burn it to it, insert it into your computer, the right version, if you have a 32-bit or a 64-bit. Make sure your BIOS is set so that the CD-ROM is the first device that boots. This will boot up into an operating system. Now, a step further is you don't have to have a hard drive to run this software. Think about that for a second. Hard drive out, hard drive turned off, boot the internet, no trace left behind. This is better than Windows for instance of no viruses, no malware, no tracking, no spying. It doesn't get much better than this. Now people say like, oh my god, is that possible? It's been possible since 2001 when I wrote a program that would take Windows 98 and install it on a complete Windows 98 operating system, installed on a CD, and you could boot it with a hard drive. And it was 5 times faster than the Windows that was running at the time on a hard drive. The only problem is I was being threatened to be sued for doing that because I didn't have licensing rights by Microsoft. Well, Debian is an open source program. I don't need licensing rights from anyone. And this is where it's at now. So if you want to learn how to surf the internet like a ghost surfer, where you don't have to worry about viruses, you don't have to worry about theft identity, anything like that. No extra software you have to buy. Everything is free within Debian. I get some personal compensation for helping people develop things that want custom. But as far as the tutorials, the videos, the helping people get to use this, it's all free. And when we're done with this, making it super simple, I think more people are going to move over to it, and they should. Because let me tell you my thoughts about Windows 10. What started me on this recently, last 3 months, is that as soon as the Windows 10 icon got put on my computer, on my Windows 7 computer, a computer that had been running for 6 years without any issues at all, as soon as the Windows 10 upgrade icon put in there, my update stopped, my search function stopped, the computer would hang and crash. I rebuilt the whole system, did the updates, same thing happened. And I said, finally enough. I'm not going to be pushed into another mandatory upgrade because my current Windows is not working anymore. This Windows right here, because that's what it looks like. This right here, it says XP Q4. That's what makes it look like Windows. It's a special program. Is not going to force you to do anything. Matter of fact, it can be customized to suit your needs. You can put a full Office group, a set of programs on it. The only thing is it doesn't print well. There is options for that, but that is the real issue. Other than that, this thing smokes. So I hope you like my video. I'm not the best speaker, but we're working on it. Feel free to stop by MyLiveOS.com or go to Q4OS.net or Q4OS.org, and have a nice day.